The day I said no, I didn't lose my job. I didn't fail. I lost people. And that's when I realized how conditional my life had been. This is the story of what it really costs to stop pleasing everyone. Welcome to Good Stories Today, your channel for emotional and inspiring stories. Listen while you drive, work, or simply seek inspiration. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next videos. Chapter 1. The Expected Path. My name is Joyce. I'm 41 years old. I grew up in a small town in Virginia. The kind of town where everyone knows everyone, where your reputation travels faster than the news. My family had expectations, not loud ones, not demanding, just quiet. The kind of expectations that live in the air between conversations. Joyce is going to do great things. Joyce has always been so responsible. Joyce never disappoints. I was the eldest child, 2 younger brothers. My father was a school teacher. My mother volunteered everywhere. The church, the school, the community center. Service was our family language, and I spoke it fluently. From the time I was young, I learned what was needed of me. Be kind, be helpful, be available. Don't make waves, don't cause trouble, don't put yourself first. And I was good at it, remarkably good. By my 20s, the path was already written. I got a degree in nursing, respectable, noble. I took a job at the local hospital, close to home, close to family. I started dating Kevin, a nice guy, stable job, good family. The kind of man my parents quietly hoped I'd end up with. Everything was going exactly the way it was supposed to. And nobody asked me if that was what I wanted, because they already knew. Or so they thought. The truth was, I didn't know what I wanted, because I'd never been asked. Not once. Not by my parents, not by my teachers, not by my friends. Everyone assumed they already knew the answer, and because no one asked, I never had to say. Nobody ever asked what Joyce wanted, because the path had already been chosen for her. Chapter 2. The Invitation. When I was 36, the invitation came. My supervisor called me into her office. Joyce, I want to talk to you about something exciting. She told me about a promotion, head of the department, more responsibility, more money, more prestige. It was the next logical step. I went home and told Kevin. That's amazing, he said. We should celebrate. He called his parents, told them the news. By the next day, my family knew, friends knew, everyone knew. Everyone was celebrating. Before I'd even said yes, my mother called. Joyce, I'm so proud of you. Your father and I both are. Thanks, Mom. When do you start? I paused. I haven't actually said yes yet. Oh. A beat of silence. Well, of course you're going to. It's a great opportunity. Yeah, of course. Kevin and I had another conversation that week. So after the promotion settles, I was thinking, maybe we should start talking about the future. The future? You know, kids, marriage, all of it. He said it so casually, like it was the obvious next chapter. And I wanted to feel excited. I really did. But instead, I felt something else. Something I couldn't quite name. A quiet, uncomfortable feeling in my chest. Like wearing a sweater that didn't fit. Not painful, just wrong. She didn't hate the invitation. She just felt something she couldn't ignore. It wasn't hers. Chapter 3. The No. I sat with it for 2 weeks, turned it over in my mind, looked at it from every angle. The promotion made sense. Kevin made sense. The trajectory of my life made sense. But it didn't feel like mine. I talked to my best friend Diane one night. We were sitting on her back porch, wine glasses in hand. Diane, can I tell you something? Of course. I don't think I want the promotion. She looked at me. What? I know, it sounds crazy. It does sound crazy. Why not? I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't feel right. None of it feels right. The job, Kevin, the plan. The plan? The plan everyone has for me. The life I'm supposed to be living. Diane was quiet for a long time. Joyce, are you okay? Yeah, for the first time in years. I actually am. I called my supervisor the next morning. I appreciate the offer, I really do. But I'm going to have to decline. There was a pause on the other end. Are you sure? Yes. Can I ask why? Not really. I just know it's not right for me. I told Kevin that evening. I said no to the promotion. He stared at me. You what? I declined it. Joyce, why? That was a huge opportunity. I know, but it's not what I want. Then what do you want? And for the first time, I said it out loud. I don't know yet, but I want to find out. I just said no. No long speech, no justification, just a calm, quiet no. And that was the most terrifying thing I'd ever done. Chapter 4. The Fallout. The reactions came fast. My mother called. Joyce, what do you mean you turned it down? Are you feeling okay? I'm fine, Mom. I just don't want it. But it's such a great opportunity. You'd be throwing it away. I'm not throwing anything away. I'm just choosing something else. Choosing what? I don't know yet. She didn't like that answer. Kevin tried to understand. He really did. But I could see it in his eyes. The confusion. The disappointment. I feel like I don't know you right now, he said one night. Maybe you never did. That one hung in the air between us. And we both knew something had shifted that wouldn't shift back. At work, people noticed. Did you hear? Joyce turned down the promotion. Really? That's so unlike her. What happened? The whispers traveled fast. Small towns are like that. And the comments came, wrapped in concern. Are you sure you're okay? That's not like you at all. Did something happen? And then the quieter ones, the ones that stung. You've changed. I don't really recognize you anymore. You used to be so reliable. Reliable. That word, like saying no to one thing, made me unreliable in everything. Like the only version of Joyce that mattered was the one who said yes. The love people had for me started showing its condition, and it was painful to see. Chapter 5. The loneliness. The weeks that followed were the hardest of my life. Not because of any single event, but because of the absence of many. Phone calls that stopped coming, invitations that dried up, conversations that went quiet when I walked in. Kevin and I broke up 2 months after the promotion. Not dramatically, not with a fight. He just sat down one night and said, Joyce, I love you, but I don't know how to love this version of you. I don't know who you're becoming. I don't know either, I said. Then maybe we need to figure that out separately. And he left. My mother barely called. When she did, the conversations were short, stiff. How are you? I'm okay. Good. That was it. I'd come home to an empty apartment at night. No one texting, no one asking how my day was. Just silence. And the silence was loud. Louder than any argument. Louder than any confrontation. Because it forced me to sit with the question I'd been avoiding. Did I make the right choice? Some nights, I wondered if I should just go back. Take the promotion. Apologize to Kevin. Be the Joyce everyone expected. It would be easier. So much easier. But something in me, something quiet and stubborn, wouldn't let me. Because I'd tasted something I'd never tasted before. Honesty. And I couldn't untaste it. The loneliness was real. Not romantic, Not noble, just painful. And I sat in it without running. Chapter 6. The clarity. It took time. Weeks turned into months. And slowly, in the middle of all that silence, something became clear. One evening, I was sitting in my apartment. No TV, no music, just me in the quiet. And I thought about the loneliness, about how empty it felt. And then a thought came. Quiet, but sharp. I wasn't lonely because I said no. I was lonely because I had never said it before. That stopped me, because it was true. All those years I said yes, to the promotion, to Kevin, to the plan everyone laid out for me. I was surrounded by people, but I was alone. Alone inside a life that wasn't mine. Alone in a relationship that was convenient more than it was real. Alone in a version of myself that I'd built to make other people comfortable. The loneliness I felt now wasn't new. It was just visible. For the first time, I could see it clearly, because the noise had stopped. I started sitting with myself in a way I never had. Journaling, walking, praying. Not because I had answers, but because I was finally willing to ask the questions. Who am I when no one is watching? What do I actually love? What kind of life do I want to build? Not for approval, but for me. I wasn't lonely because I said no. I was lonely because I had never said it before. And that realization changed everything. Chapter 7. Who stayed? Not everyone left. A few people stayed, and they were not the ones I expected. Diane stayed. She never questioned my decision, never tried to talk me out of it. She just showed up, texted me in the mornings, invited me to get coffee, sat with me in silence when that's what I needed. I don't understand everything you're going through, she said one night, but I know you're braver than you think. My younger brother, Thomas, called one day. Hey, Joyce, how are you really doing? Honestly, I'm a little lost. That's okay. You're allowed to be lost for a while. Everyone else seems to think I've gone crazy. He laughed. Everyone else wasn't living your life. You were. A colleague at the hospital, a woman named Ruth, pulled me aside one afternoon. Joyce, I want you to know, I think you did the right thing. Thanks, Ruth. It doesn't feel like it. It won't. Not for a while. But the people who love you, really love you, they'll come around. And the ones who don't? She paused. They were never really there for you anyway. Over time, my mother came around too. It took months. And a long, honest conversation. Mom, I need you to understand something. I'm not doing this to hurt you. I'm doing this because I finally stopped doing things to make other people happy. She was quiet for a long time. I think I did the same thing. My whole life. Did you? Yes. And I don't want that for you. It was the most honest conversation we'd ever had. Losing people wasn't the punishment. It was the filter. And what was left was real. Conclusion. I'm 41 now, and my life looks nothing like what everyone expected. I left the hospital, started working in healthcare education, something that actually excites me. I'm not with Kevin. I'm not following the plan. I'm building something quieter, something slower, something that feels like mine. Some days are still hard. I still feel the pull of old habits. The urge to say yes just to keep the peace. To shrink so others feel comfortable. But I catch it now. And I choose differently. So if you're watching this, and you've been saying yes your whole life, if you've been carrying the weight of everyone else's expectations, if you've ever looked at your life and thought, this isn't mine, I want you to hear this. Choosing yourself doesn't mean losing everything. It means losing what only existed because you were convenient. The people who leave when you become real, they weren't loving you. They were loving the version of you that made their life easier. And you deserve more than that. So ask yourself, what are you still saying yes to? Just so you don't have to face the silence of no. This is Good Stories Today, your channel for honest human stories about courage, identity, and the cost of becoming real. If this story resonated with you, subscribe. And if it stirred something inside you, if it made you think about your own life, leave a comment below. Share where you are in this journey, because you are not alone in it. Thanks for listening, and remember, the bravest word isn't always yes. Sometimes, it's no. See you in the next story.